If you want to ask me what I really would want, I'd like us to be back at 1,500, but that's not realistic. To say I want to go from 400 to 1,500 in 5 years is not realistic. It takes time to rebrand and undo the damage that was done over that 2012-2013 timeframe. Stan, pick up.
Go for Stan.
You want to come down and hear the results?
En route.
Okay. Close
Can I
facing.
come too?
Yes, I think you should. Okay, so let me tell you that last year we had 122 round 1 matches and 134 on list notice. That was with round 1 and 2. So what number would make you happy, Stan?
175.
Okay, what number would make you happy?
Me?
Yeah.
250.
Ro?
200.
How about 181?
Okay. Okay.
181 is a big number for us. We
It
haven't
is.
seen a number like that. I can't remember the last time we saw a number like that. So let's
Tara Montalbano has been working at William E. Grady Career and Technical High School for 21 years and has been the principal since 2013. The number that Tara told her staff is the number of students who have been matched to Grady in the first round of the 2-round high school admissions process. In New York City, 8th graders submit a list of their top 12 high school choices by December. High school principals then rank the students who apply based on their own criteria. By March, students in schools find out if they were matched. If students don't like their match, they go through another round of the admissions process with schools that have open seats. Those schools can use the second round to recruit students. Grady was one of them this year.
Grady, when it began 50 years ago, was a vocational school. The majority of our students are African American male. Our school has always traditionally drawn students from certain areas of Brooklyn. We've drawn students from East New York, from Flatbush. When we were between 700 and 800, we were really able to maintain the things that kept the school at its highest level of success. And so we came up with a number of, if we could try to hit an incoming class of 200, that would account for attrition, that over the course of 4 years, that could bring us to 700. Between the first and the second round, we could lose students. So 181 may become 150, depending on how many students decide to apply to a different school in round 2 and get selected to that school in round 2. So we really try to go hard in the round 2 articulation as well.
So the principal is aware we're coming.
Shelbank?
Shelbank.
You going
They
there
got
first?
the email, yep.
Great. Okay.
19 kids, so
Okay.
let's head over there.
All right, so look, we're gonna go in there. You're gonna smile. You're gonna be nice to everybody. All right.
So, I mean, this isn't one of my favorite schools. I love the kids that come from there. Actually, they happen to be the ones I connect with the most. But it's very important when you walk into a building to have good people in the front, like whether it be at security, whether it be in the main office. And this is one school that does not have that, so you don't get a good welcoming.
The staff at Shelbank Middle School did not allow Stacy and Stan to meet students that day at the time that they requested.
How long did it take to get all of them?
The next block is about 10 o'clock.
Better.
10? Oh no. So the visit wasn't that pleasant.
Make a right on Nose Street.
This school gives us a hard time, like I was saying, and our Tara emailed the principal on Monday morning telling her that we would be there and even gave the list of names. But when we got there, they acted as if they didn't know we were coming or they didn't know anything. So they apparently tried to get the kids, but it didn't work out. And they told us to wait till 10, but being that we have so many schools to do that is impossible. So we left the items with a staff member and asked them to just distribute it to the students, which we don't like to do because we like to meet the kids and talk to them, but we had no choice.
Right prior to the 2010-11 school year, we were identified as a transformation school.
In 2009, President Barack Obama came up with a plan for improving the lowest performing schools in the nation. Grady was one of them. Not even half of their students were graduating from high school on time. If they didn't improve in 3 years, they would face closure.
That's how we can incentivize excellence and spur reform and launch a race to the top in America's public schools.
However, in just a year and a half, Grady did improve. Their graduation rate went from 49% to 65%. Grady went from being a D-level school to a B-level school, along with 6 other city schools. Still, in 2012, Mayor Michael Bloomberg decided to close all the schools on the low-performing list, including those that had met government standards. Students, staff, and families protested the all-of-a-sudden closure of the schools.
In the midst of that, we had 3 years to make it happen, to bring the graduation rate up, to improve our statistics, to meet the targets that were set for us, and we did. Our graduation rate was up to where it was supposed to be. They took us off every state list. We were actually one of the only schools that were identified who did make that progress and come off of the list. But the damage was so done by that point. It was so done. The message was, you know, Grady is not the place to send your kid. Grady is not the place to send your student. Grady is not safe. Grady is not good. The perception was just destroyed. Each year for 3 years, the enrollment went down. We can't afford to go down anymore. We're at like 400 now. So there's a magic number somewhere of what's too small. I don't know what it is, but if I had to guess, it would be somewhere around 300. We can't maintain a school at 300.
Besides going on tours, Grady brings in Southland Middle School students to attract them to their culinary arts program.
Grade are you all in?
Got it.
What grade are you in?
Reason 6.
6? So I said to the students when I was up in the culinary program, what do you guys think? Who wants to come to Grady? And a lot of kids were like, I will come to Grady. I would like to come to Grady. And one little girl said, my dad went to Grady. I said, really?
My dad said,
Oh, no? Oh, because he remembers doing things when he was young, maybe? Well, he should come visit one day.
I wanted to come to
tell him
see,
to.
and then my dad said, oh, you might not go in there, so don't choose that school. My mom thinks this is a really good school.
We knew that if we got people to come here, they would see the difference. But we could not get people to come here. We tried to run multiple events where we would bring school staff from middle schools here, and they were very poorly attended, if attended at all. I would send a mass email out to like hundreds of guidance counselors, and I'd be lucky if I got a response from 2 or 3. So that was not going to do it.
Some large high schools get thousands of matches. Other similarly sized high schools barely get a few hundred. For example, historically well-respected Leon M. Goldstein High School for the Sciences, a school that is also in Brooklyn. Last year, Goldstein had 4,253 applicants for 206 seats. They had 21 applicants per seat. They were able to fill all of their spots. In the same school year, Grady had 552 applicants for 257 seats. They had an average of 2 applicants per seat. They were not able to fill all of their spots.
The theory was that the invisible hand of the market would force struggling schools to get better. There was incentives where principals' tenure and compensation was tied to their performance, and the expectation was these schools will figure out ways to operate and get better, or else they'll close.
I learned a lot at Grady. From 93 to 97, the school was very, very vibrant. Very vibrant. We had about anywhere from 1,500 to 1,800 kids. When I came back to Grady and I saw how things changed in terms of the population, it really hit home. Like, damn, like, how did this happen?
We were pretty much on our own. And There has never been any acknowledgement that what happened in terms of the transformation, the turnaround, the changes, there's never been any acknowledgement that that has had an impact on our enrollment and on our school population. But somebody somewhere should at least acknowledge that when you create a media superstorm saying that schools are closing, that it's going to have some type of an impact on the school that might be a little bit beyond what that school is able to repair in any timely fashion.
So our principal, Ms. Montalbano, came up with the idea of welcoming the students by going to the middle school. So when she shared that with Stan and I, we were able to take that idea and do it how we wanted.
When Stacy and Stan go to the middle schools, they always give students a Grady hat. The hats are a gift to prospective students, like a college signing day for athletes.
So the hat is one size fit all. So we wanted to use something that was one size fit all. So this way that all of our kids, no matter how big your head is, right, we have something for you. So if we do the t-shirt, we might not have the size of the kid that we're coming to speak to. So now you can see how stylish this hat is. I mean, you can wear it to the side. You can really get crazy with it, wear it backwards. If you really want to swag it out and go Jay-Z, you just wear it a little bit like this. Can't see his eyes. But the hats are really a big hit. The kids love it. The staff love it. We always try to give a hat to the administration as well. Like whoever really went out their way to help us, they get a hat.
Hey, Stan, it's Stace. So we have 9 hats, which isn't enough, but how many students in District 17? I think like 19 or 17? 17. So my suggestion is we grab maybe something else we can give them. A t-shirt, something. So meet me in the room next to Stacy's and we'll grab some stuff. All right, thanks. Yeah, okay.
The t-shirts.
Okay.
I think we should just get
The gym t-shirts? You sure? Okay. All right.
That's pretty big. I have to have my elbow team.
All right, ready?
Starting route to New Heights Middle School.
So we're going to New Heights.
Brighton 4th Road. Then turn left onto Brighton 4th Street.
New Heights Middle School in Crown Heights. Stop 1.
School District 17 is a 30-minute drive from Grady, which is in District 21. They had planned to give the gifts to 19 students in about 13 middle schools in District 17.
That's usually our goal because we don't stop. We go from school to school and we try to map it out where they're all near each other so it's easier.
But they couldn't meet all of them by the end of the day. They have to sacrifice their entire school day from 8 to 2:30 to go on recruitment tours. They don't have time for lunch.
Thank you. There you go.
How you doing? I miss you too. How's everything?
Good, you know.
How you doing?
How you doing, sir? How's everything?
Every child is important to them, like Lifa from New Heights, an 8th grader at their first stop.
Lifa is one of our students that started when I became the principal. He was a 6th grader here. Very well-respected, well-mannered young man. He is a part of our robotics team. And he applied to Grady based on the technology offerings that they have there. So these wonderful people came to see me today from the high school that you were accepted to. You want to take your hoodie off?
The way I felt when I got accepted was like, I felt like they were welcoming me with big arms. They were hugging me. That's how I felt. I felt kind of welcome, and I felt like I really wanted to go there. It was a nice school for me.
So we'd like to welcome you to Grady High School.
And Mr. Stan.
I'm Mrs. Stan.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. We're so excited to have you.
It's for you as well.
So inside the folder, there's a bunch of information for your parents. On May 9th is freshman orientation, so we look forward to seeing you there with a guardian. Do you have any questions?
Are you excited?
So we definitely gotta take a picture.
No,
You're
I'm
gonna,
just really excited.
aw.
Say something.
I have nothing to say.
Nothing. Are you gonna miss your school? You're gonna miss.
I am definitely gonna miss the school.
You're gonna miss Miss Sandusky.
I'm definitely gonna miss you. I was nervous because, like, I didn't expect them to do that, and I was very excited. And when I'm nervous like that, it just shows how excited I am, because I didn't know what to say or what to do, and I was just overwhelmed. But it was a really nice feeling.
So Grady is the first high school that has come to a middle school to meet the students that have been accepted to their high school that I'm aware of. So I'm very impressed with Grady coming personally, the guidance counselor and another member of the staff coming to introduce themselves and offer a gift to the students that have been accepted to their school. I feel that that makes the child more comfortable with knowing that they've already met a staff member and giving them a welcome feeling before they even begin the process or even walk in the door.
Hi guys. Hi. How are you?
So this is Ms. Pastorius and Mr. Stan. We're planning a trip for you to visit our high school next month.
Yeah.
And I really see a change in Grady recently. That's why we're pushing for more students to attend, because they have changed their previous reputation and they've made things a lot better.
Tara hosted a freshman orientation to highlight all of the programs that they have at Grady.
On May 9th, we had our annual family engagement night, and we also included our freshman orientation, which is something we started doing a few years ago. So we sent approximately 180 invitations out through those various media sources, and we had approximately 30 to 40 families attending last night. It was just a very fun and festive type of atmosphere, with our students presenting the work that they do and our teachers all dressed in uniform and tables set up with some of our best practices. It's just a very nice, welcoming, warm atmosphere and a personal, intimate opportunity for families to speak to the teachers one-on-one, get to meet some students, and start building their relationship with Grady.
Please sign in your name and your signature, please.
I feel really great about tonight's event. What I like the most is a lot of the kids that we went and brought the hats to recognize us, and they come in and they're like, oh, we remember you, you brought us our hat. I'm one of the guidance counselors.
Yeah, I saw you on the trip.
Yeah, what school are you from?
Yes, 99.
99, okay. And the two parents told us that their kid went home very happy, and they felt very special that we went there and brought them a hat.
So far, I feel it's really great.
I came here for the culinary because I loved how it looked since I came to the trip here. That was really good. Plus, I loved how the school looked, and I wanted to come here.
I think it's a beautiful school.
And the vibes of the school, I feel good about it. So it makes me even more comfortable with her coming here.
It's good. It's cool, yeah. It's big.
Nice.
It has snacks. Once I grow up and I'm older, I'm going to think about coming to the school.
A week after the freshman orientation, Tara received the total number of enrollment. She had surpassed her goal. However, the next day, she found out that there was a change of events.
Hey.
Hey. All right, how's it going?
It's going good.
All right, so you know yesterday we got the matches, right? And we were at 253, which was great.
Yes.
So last night I was able to download everything now and actually really look at it, and there were some rejections already.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many rejections?
A lot. With the rejections, it brings us down to like 180.
What?
That's
Yeah.
a big difference.
Yeah. We're still 50 kids above where we were last year at this time, at minimum. So we're still in a good place,
Okay.
but not as great as we thought yesterday.
Okay.
So, but still a good place.
For now, they will only have 182 new students. Tara's next move is to go to enrollment centers and to recruit from there. Summer could bring new students, but they won't know the final number until the fall, when new students are in the building.